It's on TikTok and get like a whole career, and you and I will never ever know about that.
No, until they break through and win a Grammy, which I watch every year.
Which I watch religiously, hoping that I watch because I hope that Michael Rappaport will win for Best Comedy Album.
Yeah, who did win Best Comedy Album this year?
I think Dave Chappelle.
Again? Do they just give it to Dave Chappelle every year for his?
Well, yeah, he kind of for some reason
20-minute special he does or whatever.
For some reason he's like, I think it's because he did one special that was like, he's good at stand up. I'm just gonna say that to begin. I think he's funny and good at stand up.
Yeah,
but I think he like kind of like positioned himself as like he's like the like artist.
He's like the Kendrick Lamar of stand-up.
Literally, yeah. Or Kendrick Lamar is the Dave Chappelle of rap.
Yeah, I mean his like old stuff was really funny.
Oh yeah.
And even his new like he's good.
It's good. It's like funny stand-up usually, or it's like a half-hour story that's like kind of sad.
Like I don't watch a ton of it, but if I was the Grammy for best stand-up, it would probably go to Alex Schultz, Vanilla Boop.
Yeah, that was very funny. It was really funny.
Or his new robot one was good too. I
liked the robot one. Yeah,
it wasn't as good.
Yeah, but the Vanilla
that
Nurse was quite good.
That might actually be the only one I watched all year. So it's representative.
I heard.
Does Dane Cook have anything new out?
Yeah, he's got a new one.
I'm kind of into like the real old school-ish, like Dane Cook.
Well, Dane Cook, his new one it's called A Survivor Guide to Thailand, and it's about how you. I think he's totally crashed out now.
I'll be like, to be 100% honest and factual. When I was like really into stand-up in like high school, I loved Dane Cook.
Everyone loved Dane Cook in high school.
So funny.
Yeah, Dane Cook was fucking awesome in
like
high
his
school.
first couple albums were like, at least at the time when I was like 15,
they were great.
I would be like listening to them like in class through like headphones and like bursting out in laughter.
And I was told to do a B and E. A B and E. Have you ever heard of this? It's a break and enter. You go into the door, kick the door open, run through the house. They were funny. They were good.
Funny as fuck. Man.
I felt that way about Chris D'Elia when I was like fresh out of high school too.
Yeah, I feel like Dane
Chris D'Elia a lot.
Cook went down with the whole like joke stealing thing, which as a non-comedian, I feel like that's all like, like it's easy enough to do. As a guy who steals jokes to say on my podcast,
it
I think y'all should.
I think it definitely like, I don't know. I think most instances of like joke stealing, probably not intentional.
Well, I could see like if you're a comedian, and like you're doing a show with somebody and they do one of your jokes, it's like, okay, well now I have to go up and like
I won't do that joke.
If Dane Cook does it and like he's got one that's like kind of similar to Louis C.K., that's not really eating Louis C.K.'s lunch. You know what I mean? Like
and what you see, what I see a lot on like my level is like the level I'm at in stand up, which is like what like right above like pond scum. Is like people get like shitty about like joke theft when it's like, well, at this point like that joke belongs to like books at a book fair.
I'm the guy who does jokes about modern dating, man.
I'm the one who talks about how sex is like golf, dude. Everyone knows me as that guy. How it's, you don't want a handicap and you're trying to get a hole in one.
And like I would guess like most of the time it's like pretty innocent. And you just only have so much shit in your mind and just like, I don't know. I feel like people like overstate it a bit.
Oh yeah, well people.
And like Dane Cook wasn't popular because he had a joke that was like maybe a ripoff of a Louis C.K. one.
Yeah,
he was popular because he did the like, I'm a race car.
That
kind of shit.
And she made me fuck her in the bum, in her bum, which I'd never done. So my dick got poopy. My dick was covered in shit.
He was popular because he had genius, perfect delivery.
He was really funny. He was funny. I quite like Dane Cook. I listened to that like Circle album he did constantly.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but
the one he did on the stage that was like 360 degrees, where he was like pacing around.
I had like MP3 versions of his first two albums.
They were funny as fuck
all the time.
Yeah. It's like, well, I think a lot of people also like a lot of guys who don't do stand-up but like it a lot probably give it more artistic credibility than most guys who do it.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people who don't do it or are gay and bad at it look at it almost like they look at it like Kendrick Lamar shit. You know? And
I'm going to change the world with this bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the jack off motion on stage and change the world, man.
Literally, they think like me telling a story where I'm like mad at my wife for not giving me a hand job, and I'm the cool guy in the story. It's like important.
That is kind of what, from what I've seen one or two of like the recent-ish Dave Chappelle things.
Yeah.
And he'll like be telling jokes and stuff, and then do like, but seriously, folks, they're killing black guys.
Yeah,
I can just see in my mind's eye, I see Obama like nodding.
And I looked out into this crowd and I saw a Chinese guy. And he was wearing a rice patty hat. And I said, "Come on, brother."
My wife's Filipino.
My wife is like if you and I fucked. My wife is Filipino. That's black and Chinese. But for real, they're killing black people. The cops are shooting black people.
Yeah.
Do you want to see the Grammy nominees 2025 for comedy album?
Yeah, sure.
The winner was Dave Chappelle.
Of course.
Nominees.
I guess he must have had a special.
He did something called The Dreamer.
Okay.
Nominees: Ricky Gervais for Armageddon.
Okay.
Jim Gaffigan, The Prisoner.
It's like
Jim Gaffigan, I think, is very funny. It's probably a really funny special.
Sure, yeah.
Nikki Glazer, Someday You'll Die.
Okay.
And Trevor Noah.
Okay. I'm sure he's killing it out there.
He's probably, and also he hosted the Grammys.
Wow. Yeah. Conflict of interest much?
Yeah. I bet it probably sucked to host and lose.
Are people still into Trevor Noah even though he's not on that TV show?
Barnacle Theory, man.
I guess, because like he was one of those guys who seemed like actively unfunny.
Well, okay, let me put it this way: what Jon Stewart was to the most annoying of your generation, Trevor Noah was to the worst of mine.
That's dark.
That's as clean as I can put it.
Because, God, Jon Stewart, the ghost of Jon Stewart is still haunting the TV wave.
Yes, like I know people who think like Trevor Noah is like. Not only the best comedian of all time, probably the best political mind of all time.
Oh God, yeah. I'll still see like Jon Stewart pop up on YouTube when he has some new explosive rant.
Yeah.
Sends the Cheeto Man to the crystals, and he's just so old and sad looking.
Yeah, he looks. Yeah, that style of show is like literally.
It already ruined everything.
Everything.
Stop, John. It's already dead, and you killed it.
Everything is dead, man. All we have left is letting Bill Maher argue with, like, baseball players on real time.
Yeah, about how woke has gone too far, but also the, like, anti-woke has gone too far.
All we have left is Bill Maher bringing Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod, onto his show so he can tell him about, like, marital rape.
Actually, it's fine.
So he can tell. All we have left is Bill Maher bringing on Marshawn Lynch from the Seattle Seahawks on so that he can tell him that the age of consent in Iraq is 9.
Yeah.
I mean, would you believe that? We're letting these people into our country.
Would you believe that? Oh my God. Oh, okay. I wrote this down. Maybe this is one we can kind of workshop here.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about the term "the birds and the bees."
Oh, sure.
And I was
that's my favorite term. People say that, I get excited.
I think my idea was like a really retarded guy trying to give the birds and the bees talk. But he's like, well, you see, you got birds and you got bees, and sometimes the bird takes its penis out and stick, because bees are girls. Can
I be real? I actually don't know which one is supposed to be boys and which one is girls.
Well,
are boys birds?
I actually have no idea. Well, bees are all female.
Oh.
But birds, birds is kind of
like I know people call their dick their bird sometimes.
But you also could call a woman a bird.
Yeah, British people famously call their wives their bird.
They're birds.
But Canadians say, I'm going to flip you the bird.
A real topping bird.
That's a certified halal moment. So, coming home from Ramadan to your wife, your bird.
So, because all bees are female.
Right. Except
for, the one little bee who gets to fuck the queen and then instantly die.
Right.
So, all the bees that you see are all female.
No one's ever actually clarified that for me, if the birds are the boys or the bees are the boys.
So the bee is a boy,
like Joe Biden giving his kid a sex talk. his kid at 33 a sex. So you got birds and you got bees, and when your bird is trying to get a loan from the bank, and you got to bring the bee. You give it as a cosign on a loan to the bee, and when the bee. And did I ever tell you what we did to Chinese people so we could get trains? Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, Dad.
So the bird puts its penis in the bee's vagina.
So when the bee is after the bird puts his penis in the bee will start throwing things at the bird and pulling out his head. You have to kill the bee.
You have to kill the bee.
You gotta kill the bee.
God, did you see that they brought back the I Am Canadian Molson beer ad?
Yeah, I think I missed the first run of that, so I saw.
I think it was literally from the year 2000. You were famously born in 2012.
2012. I was born whatever year the Xbox One came out. Whatever year Xbox got gay is when I was born.